Hello and welcome back to the channel of two-wheeled nonsense. This is going to be a video review of the new Metzeler Roadtec 02 tyres. They were launched a couple of months ago at the start of 2024. And I'm on my way to get a set fitted to my own bike, my MT-10 SP. I've seen a few videos on these tyres and they mostly look like adverts, but this is going to be a real-world review. I'm about to take this bike on a couple of thousand miles around Europe, so we're going to do some fast road riding, some touring, some kind of humdrum motorway stuff as well, to be fair, and I'm going to give you an honest opinion of what these tyres are actually like in the real world. Now I'm going to film this video a bit like a diary. It's currently mid-May and I'll report back over the next couple of months and publish this video at the end to tell you what I've thought about them. So as you can see, this bike is still running at standard Bridgestone S22s and they're pretty sharp. They've lasted 2,000 miles. Now I've not owned this bike since new. It's an Express bike. But yeah, these tyres have had a hard life. This has done laps of the Isle of Man TT circuit with an ex-TT racing journalist riding it. It's done Cadwell Park. And then it's had me, my 100 kilos riding around on the roads for the past kind of 1,100 miles really. And these tyres have been great, but they haven't really got the longevity that I need for a tour. They're going to last 2,000 miles. Hopefully the Roadtec 02s will last longer. Now Metzeler's saying the big deal about these new tyres is they've got this dynamic tread pattern that can turn it from a sports touring tyre into a super sport tyre because the treads close up as you go faster. It's Dynatread or something like that, dynamic treads. So that sounds quite interesting to me because I want longevity and they are dual compounds. So they've got hard compound in the middle, soft on the edges. And yeah, so I want a tyre that kind of gives me the thrills when I get to twisty roads, but also doesn't square off like a mofo on the way there. But anyway, I'm about to head over to GTC Tyres over in Guildford to have them fitted. Then I'll see if it doesn't rain, I'll take them for a good ride to scrub them in and talk about first impressions. And then we'll go touring. There you go, that's what the tyre is going to look like. I think these are the tread blocks that kind of squish in together as the tyre speeds up, give you more land, less sea, and therefore more grip when you're going fast and being sporty. So I think, yeah, these are the Dynatread bits. The Roadtec 01s, they're a very good tyre. I'm a bit vain, I didn't really like the tread pattern, didn't like the way they looked, but I think this looks pretty good. But anyway, the guy's downstairs fitting them to my bike, so the next thing you'll see is me rolling out of here and hopefully not high-siding on them. Brilliant. Well, we're about 12 miles in with the Roadtec 2 so far, just getting them scrubbed in a bit. They say take it easy for 100 miles, but I swear tyres are just easier to scrub in than they used to be, what, 10 or 15 years ago. It feels like they're just way less slippery out of the box. It's too early to say what these tyres actually feel like, but initial impressions are they've warmed up quite quickly, and also they haven't changed the handling of the bike at all really. Some people are saying these are quite a slow steering tyre. They don't feel it. They feel much the same so far as the Bridgestone S22s that I had on this before. Let's get to me having done a few thousand miles on these, hopefully somewhere nice and warm and full of pizza, and yeah, continue the review. Right, you join me about 400 miles later on these Metzeler Roadtec 02s. I'm not in England, as you can probably tell. Well, in fact, I'm on the wrong side of the road. I'm in Belgium. I'm on the first day of a big tour, and we're in the Ardennes, and on the first proper twisty road, these tyres, I have to say, are really, really impressing me. In the dry, they give me loads of confidence to stick it deep into corners, lean it loads, and then get hard on the gas on the corner exit. So, although they're probably not as outright grippy as an S22 that I had on this before, the Bridgestone, that's OEM, they're letting me have a lot of fun in the dry. I obviously will try and report back on their wet performance as well, because apparently that's really well these excel, according to my mate that works for MCN. But this is a very good sports touring tyre for the limited amount of sports touring that I've done so far, which mostly means going so fast around a country road that you forget to turn off and look at your sat nav. Roadtec 02s on my MT-10, a really good choice. And I've done like probably 400 miles of motorway on these tyres, and they're showing no signs of squaring off whatsoever because they've got dual compounds. The middle bit's nice and hard, which means that when you get to the fun stuff, having trekked across northern France, you're not disappointed by a bike that handles like a flattened weasel. So that's good, isn't it? Some slightly damp weather testing of the Roadtec 02s that I've gone. I've got a visor covered in rain, the road's a little bit damp, and I've still just got the confidence to not attack, but corner kind of reasonably quickly around some of these Belgian bends in the Ardennes. Really confidence inspiring, much more so than my old S22s were when the going got moderately damp and cold. And obviously it's not absolutely biblical rain or anything, the road surface is still mostly dry, but there's been mud and there's dampness in the air. I've not really had to adjust my riding style an awful lot. I'm very impressed with the confidence they're giving me. I can update you on the Metzeler Roadtec O2's wet weather performance, because it chucked it down on motorway and then there were some corners and they genuinely felt like it could have been dry. They felt really reassuring, really stable, just very nice really. So yeah, anyway, onwards, gonna try and find a friterie for lunch. Okay, time to conclude my thoughts on the Metzeler Roadtec O2s, and sorry this video has been a bit bitty, but as I said at the start, it is going to be a bit of a diary, and it has been. I've now done 2,000 miles on these, including a trip around Europe, which hopefully you've seen the series of on the channel. Did 1,600 miles in Europe, and we mostly had sun, we mostly had really fast, nice riding, but on the last day, this is the bit you've not seen, we had biblical rain. I mean really heavy rain. On the Belgian motorways, I'm surprised I didn't see the remains of a collapsed submarine with an Xbox controller in it, because it was that bad. I couldn't see more than 20 meters ahead of me. Got separated from my friend. We didn't know who had stopped at what services. It was really, really wet. There was standing water everywhere. And actually, do you know what? That's where these tires really, really excelled. And I say excelled because they just gave me so much confidence. Like even on the motorway through standing water, I wasn't really slowing down perhaps as much as I should. I just felt the bike was really sure-footed with these tyres on. And we did a load of kind of quite damp / wet twisty roads, again, which I didn't film because my GoPro didn't like the rain, and nor did I, frankly. And these almost felt like I imagine wet race tyres would feel. They just gave me superb confidence in the corners, even though there were basically otters on every apex. So yeah, they're one of the best wet weather tyres I've ever ridden. And to be fair, I've ridden quite a lot of tyres in my time as a bike owner. I've not done tyre reviews before really, but I know what to recommend to my friends. And these have gone straight to the top of the list for a tyre where someone wants longevity, but also the ability to have confidence in the wet and the damp and changeable conditions. But for me, I was worried that these would hamper my bike when it came to riding like an arsehole in the dry, and they didn't. And we've been riding pretty hard on the roads, doing all sorts of slightly naughty stuff, and they just felt reassuring. I didn't worry about them, I didn't think about them. And yeah, there are more powerful bikes. This has only got 165 horsepower, but for me that's enough on the road. Coming out of corners, full gas, no traction, it was just great. It felt really, really good. I've got the back tyre basically edge on both sides. It's not going to look like it in these clips I'm about to stick up, because I've done a lot of straight line riding in the rain through Belgium since then. I've got grease on the outside tyres where I lube my chain and then put it on my back tyre because I'm an idiot. But yeah, really, really good confidence-inspiring tyres. I would recommend them to anyone that wants a fast road tyre that can handle the wet as well. Now, I haven't back-to-back them with any other tyres because I only get through about a set of tyres a year, so I have to be waiting a while to do that. But I've been really, really impressed. I would pick them over the S22s that I had on before for my riding on the road. I might do a track day on them, and I imagine that's where they'll probably start to fall apart slightly in terms of outright grip when they get really hot. But on the road, an absolutely brilliant tyre. Have I said brilliant enough? Anyway, thank you for watching this. I've never done a tyre review before, so go down in the comments, tell me what I messed up on and what you enjoyed. And I'll see you soon, hopefully doing more miles on this bad boy. Ciao. We're going to end it in the mud.